everyone, welcome to another video. Hope you're all well. I've just arrived at the plot and it's trying to rain, but it's very mild. It's been a nice mild week. The rain hasn't given up. I know we're not out of the woods with regards to possible frost and even snow, because I think, was it last year we had snow in March? But anyway, it's been lovely to get down here today. It's been one of those weeks with work and pretty much full on, so walking through that gate this morning you can feel like, oh, that's better. So after the demise of my little poly house tunnel, I've been thinking I would make do with what I'd got at home. And then it was my sister's suggestion, actually. She said, how about like a little lean-to greenhouse that I could attach to the shed here. And I was having a look online, and they're a lot more expensive than I expected. And then I just hit upon the little cold frames. They are flimsy, but I figured if it did me a few years, it would probably work. I'll insert a picture of the one that I've decided to go for. It's going to go round the side of the shed that isn't overshadowed by the cherry tree quite so much, and it will service just a few seedlings and just be handy, really. My aim is to paint it the same colour as the shed, so it all coordinates, because I know that's not a priority, but it's the sort of thing that makes me happy. But yeah, I'm going to show you whereabouts it will go, and I may have to shunt the water butt a little bit, but fingers crossed that won't be a massive task. So this is where I'm thinking of putting this little lean-to cold frame, just attaching it to the shed here, so it'd be nice and sheltered, but it will get some sun because the tree is, it's going to overshadow slightly, but not quite so much as the other side. And yeah, it's going to be a squeeze, but I may have to just move those bricks along. Obviously that water butt is full, so yeah, could be a challenge, but I'll get there. So again, earlier in the week I did a little tour of my back garden just to see how things are progressing, and it doesn't take long to do a tour of the back garden, about 6 steps either way and you're done, but I'm going to share that with you now. Quick little tour of the home garden just to see how things are growing. And yep, the daffodil bulbs are popping up amongst the violas, little winter pansies there. They're all definitely making an appearance. And the hyacinth, everything's so damp and wet, we've had a lot of rain again. I do believe we might be getting little flower heads very late, not sure if they will come to anything. And then coming down, we've got more bulbs here, which are tulips that are appearing, and we're getting some growth on clematis there, which is lovely. The hellebores are just gorgeous. That's the hydrangea that's coming up there. The agapanthus looking, that's going to need trimming back. It does survive each year, it's quite sheltered. And then clematis here, which is winter beauty. So my trees, I've got 2, a cooking apple tree, which is in a big plant there that used to be a water butt, and then over here is my ornamental pear tree, and I chose to put them into big containers instead of straight into the ground, just because the garden is so small. I had the idea as well, if I move, I could take them with me. And then my little favourite part, underneath the canopy of the shed, we've got here the crocus is doing lovely. That's some more little tulips coming up, more daffodils, and they were just some bulbs given to me by my family, little tiny ones. I crammed them all into a pot. And that's the clematis, which is Snow Queen, which puts out enormous white flowers. I can see there, it's my neighbour's blackberry bush that invades. I do battle with it every year. And this part of the garden, this tiny bit here, is a little bit of a problem. Nothing ever really seems to want to grow here. It's always a bit shady, not helped that it's dug over by my cats and neighbouring cats. So yeah, it's a bit of a sort of dull, forgotten little tiny bit of the garden. And then back here is, yeah, the Christmas tree. That was bought as a little letterbox one a few years ago and done extremely well. And I do pot it on. And this one was this year's purchase, which I hope to take up to the plot at some point. And then back here, the camellia is getting its bulbs. It seems happy in this pot. I give it ericaceous soil. I think it's very sheltered here. So once it flowers, it produces, you know, gorgeous, vibrant blooms, which are just so cheerful. And then the messy area. The little bottles of beer for the slug traps. You like to think you send them off in a merry way. But yeah, once I can put my bedding plants, and yeah, this area becomes a little bit more colourful. And I just think I'm a bit impatient at the moment. The bulbs are helping, but I think like many people, winters always seem to feel a little too long. So as I walked through the gate this morning, I saw that there'd been a little delivery of some wood chip, not a huge amount, but I will go up and get a couple of barrows of that shortly. So you will have seen from my videos, the top end of my plot is still all membrane, and the intention is to have that all wood chipped. There's a couple of reasons why that hasn't been done. The first one is the actual beds that need to go in. I figured if I put the wood chip down, I'm only going to have to move it to put the beds in. And also, because we haven't had big deliveries, it would be so greedy of me to go and grab every bit of it each time when we've got lots of plots here that use wood chips. So yeah, it's just being fair. And there's always time. And as long as that membrane is down and it's suppressing that bindweed as well as all the other nasties, then that's all good. It isn't the most broken down wood chip. If anything, I think it's just looks like a laurel hedge has gone through the chopper, the mincer. I'm not sure what that machine's called. So where I'm trying to re-establish this path, I may actually use some of it along here, because yeah, I don't think that's really ideal to go onto the plot. And whilst I'm here, my shovel, which was actually found on the plot when I first took it on, it's seen better days, but it still does the job, and I've sort of got a weird fondness for it. I don't know why, but it's actually worked hard for me, and it's had a new screw put in there. But yeah, I think the handle is not going to last forever. Oh, and there's also a little wood lice come to say hello. I've noticed that my green sprouting broccoli is trying to go to seed, so I've definitely got to have a look at that, harvest what I can. Yeah, just look around the plot, just no pressure, do the jobs that I can see that need doing, and for the moment put to the back of my mind all the big jobs that they're for a sunny day. Yep, and this is the sprouting broccoli that's telling me it's been here too long, so that will be a job. It's gone beyond its best, I think, but amazingly still harvesting some spring onions there. But yeah, that'll go in a dinner anyway. This bed I covered up, and just so that it would preserve the soil. But I've discovered that I had some tubs at home where I'd grown various plants last year, and also where I'd been storing some bare roots. So what I think I'm going to do is just take the bricks off, leave the cardboard, and just put this soil over the top. And you know, if I think I've got a few more tubs of soil as well, compost, that, you know, it's been used but only lightly. It's only been used to store sort of bare root plants until I had a chance to put them out. So hopefully there's still quite a bit of nutrients in there, and then that will get this bed ready. So as I tipped out those tubs, there were so many worms, which is wonderful because they will help. And yeah, it still needs a little bit more, but that's definitely a lot better. And it feels good to have got a bed ready. And then can't resist looking at the bulbs. Lots and lots of daffodils. I'm pretty sure I've got some other bits in there, but even so, it's so cheerful. So that's me pretty much done for the day, and just leaves me to say have a great week ahead and take care now.